I'm Jeff Schellner for the Events Calendar. Many parts of the world, including most of the US and Canada, use daylight saving time, which means that the time changes twice a year. You'll want to make sure that your events are set up to handle this change as needed, so your calendar is always displaying the correct start and end time for events. The single best thing you can do to accommodate daylight saving time is to use location-based time zones for all of your events. This kind of time zone setting will adjust for DST, while a UTC-based time zone, for example UTC 8, is an absolute time and will not adjust for DST. If you choose to use a UTC-based option, you may need to manually adjust the time on your events. We've got a full article all about working with time zones on the Events Calendar knowledge base, which you'll also find a link to in the video's description to help you configure your site to meet your needs. Now, for Series Engine users, please reference the Using the Series Engine plugin article on the Events Calendar knowledge base to learn about event time compatibility with that plugin and the special setting that they have for you to use. Next, we're going to look at an example of how UTC time zones clash with DST. Let's say your WordPress site time zone is UTC 5, but you have a recurring event whose event time zone is America, New York. Some of the events happen before DST starts, while some happen after. If the time zone mode is Use Site-Wide Time Zone Everywhere, then events will display as shown in the following screenshot. So what happened here? Well, the first event happens in the America, New York time zone before DST starts, so the clock time for that region is UTC 5. The next event happens in the America, New York time zone after DST starts. For this region, DST changes its offset to UTC 4. There's an hour difference here. So the first event is 8 a.m. UTC 5 in local time, while the second time is 8 a.m. UTC 4 in local time. Since the time zone mode is Use Site-Wide Time Zone Everywhere, the times will all display in terms of the site-wide time zone, which is UTC 5 in this case. So 8 a.m. UTC 5 will display as is for the first event, because 8 a.m. UTC 5 equals 8 a.m. UTC 5. By 8 a.m. UTC 4, the start time for the second event will actually be displayed as 7 a.m. UTC 5, since 7 a.m. UTC 5 equals 8 a.m. UTC 4. DST has made the event's UTC offset change from UTC 5 to UTC 4, but the site time zone is still UTC 5, so the times will display in terms of UTC 5. Now, if that was a lot to comprehend or go over, we highly recommend that you check out the Dealing with Daylight Saving Time article on the Events Calendar knowledge base, and there you'll be able to take your time and probably be able to get a better understanding of what we're talking about. But it's really highlighting that hour difference that can occur based on your time zone settings. Something that may help is our free extension for the Events Calendar called Allow Only Location-Based Time Zones for Events to ensure that UTC offsets are never used in your events. This may help to reduce confusing time outputs. While we provide limited support for extensions, if you run into any trouble with time zones, please feel free to contact the Events Calendar support team. Good luck.